Hey.
I will take back what I have loaned. You allowed that to rise again. You cannot be trusted with Dane Nomos.
Do you know what that thing is?
The legacy of the ancients. A giant Blastia that could save the world from impending doom. But you have allowed it to fall into hands that would use it for ill purposes. All things must be returned to their proper places. Begin by returning that sword to me.
Wait. If this should be returned to its proper place, wouldn't that mean giving it to Estelle?
Nothing would be more fruitless than giving it to one who cannot use it properly.
For us, Dane Nomos was never anything more than proof of Imperial lineage. So perhaps you are better suited to wield it.
So if you don't mind, could you let me keep it a little longer? We're going to stop Alexei ourselves, and we need this to do it.
Very well. However, if you should waver before the task you face, I will come again to claim the sword.
Okay. Let's go. Just what do they eat to get this big?
The only thing they eat is air. Any air that doesn't become an apotheia gets metabolized and makes them this size.
And they can live on just that?
Air contains all the necessary ingredients for life.
Huh. Well, that's a little trick we humans can't do.
The Entelechyia have each evolved into a particular form that best suits their needs. It takes time, many, many times the length of a human life.
So that's why they keep to themselves, even though they're all part of the same group.
Yes. Human knowledge can't compare to the knowledge the Entelechyia accumulate over their lives.
But even though they're smarter than humans, they don't use magic.
The Entelechyia have no need to rely on magic to defend themselves. Unlike humans.
Okay, but magic can be used for other things besides self-defense.
I guess they had no desire for power other than to protect themselves.
So they had a totally different set of values.
That different set of values has led to the wars between the humans and the Entelechyia.
And the two sides had to come together somehow to defeat the Autophagos in the past. Man, you gotta wonder how crazy that must have been.
I don't know. Baul's still young. He wasn't alive during those times.
Even so, he's been around more than 100 years already, right?
Yeah, but that would only make him around 20 in human years. I imagine Pharaoh would know about the events of that era.
I wonder if he'd be willing to tell us about it.
We won't know until we ask. Shall we meet with him so you can ask in person?
We will soon enough. We haven't solved any of Estelle's issues, so he'd probably just yell at us again.
You're right. Greetings, Elder. What were you grumbling about?
Oh, you've returned. Look what I found when I was cleaning my dresser.
You had a sword in your dresser?
Hey, but this is...
This isn't just any old sword. It looks like, you know... Yeah.
No kidding. Not so much the shape, but the vibe it's given off.
Just what kind of sword is this?
I was hoping you would ask. If memory serves, it is one of the 7 fell arms of legend.
You mean the weapon spawned by the 14-headed monster from the fairy tales?
I don't know how the story is told below, but here the legend is as follows. At the height of the ancient Blastia civilization, an attempt was made to produce special weapons. Eventually, this led to the creation of armaments of untold power, 7 in total.
So these weapons are a legacy of the ancients. Well, Nomos is real. Maybe this story is too.
Is Nomos one of these fell arms, then?
I'd say it's possible if what the Elder said is true.
But if this really is one of the fell arms, why was it in your dresser, Elder?
I can't remember for the life of me. It's been decades since I've cleaned this thing out.
You haven't cleaned out your dresser in decades? I don't know what to say.
If these weapons are really as powerful as they sound, it might be a good idea for us to get a hold of them before they fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, there've been quite a few sets of wrong hands out there lately, too.
Might we take us with us, Elder?
Huh? Oh, fine by me.
You're giving it to us just like that?
To tell the truth, I'm glad it turned up, but I'd been wondering what I'd do with it. I've got no real use for it. Besides, it would be a shame to just leave something like this lying around. I figure you are just the ones to put it to proper use.
Do you know anything about the other fell arms?
Let me see here. According to the legend, the 7 weapons share a common bond. If this is truly one of the fell arms, it may react if brought near the others.
But Nomos hasn't reacted at all.
then perhaps it isn't a fell arm after all.
Then how are we supposed to find them? Well, there's no point thinking it to death. So long as we have one of them, the bad guys won't be able to get them all, right? Maybe that's good enough.
I agree.
All right then, Elder. We'll take it off your hands. Thanks.